Okay guys, welcome back to learning SQL with w3schools.com. It's been a long and I was quite occupied with some other tasks and didn't get time to record any video, but now on I'm going to complete this particular entire series of the SQL, and once it is done then I will come up with the next episodes or the series of the Python. So let's start where we left earlier. So it will be order by. Okay, as you can see on the screen here, SQL order by. So what is order by? So basically, as you can see, the order by keyword is used to sort the results in ascending or descending order. So what's happened is, once the data has been prepared, let's take example of this particular statement here, SQL statement here. It says select column 1 column 2 from table name, order by column 1 column 2, ascending or descending, right? So once the data is ready and SQL has selected all those columns, then order by come to play actually. So what happens is, let's understand it with an example. So there are two parts of order by, like two ways we can order the columns or the result set that we are getting, either in ascending order or descending order. It The columns might be integer type or the, we can say, character type. It doesn't matter. It will arrange accordingly. So let's take example of this particular try now feature, right? So it says select asterisk asterisk. You all know it's everything from customer order by country. So what it will do is, it will, when we click on this run button or the CTA, what it does, it will return everything this table has. Let's suppose this table have customer name, contact name, address, city, like postal, and the country, and we are ordering it by country. So by default, when we write order by country, it's arrange the result set in ascending order only. We do not have to write ASC or DE. In ascending, we do not have to write ASC. So as you can see, if we look at this country field over here, right? यहाँ पे क्या है? Argentina, Argentina, Argentina. So it's all starting with A, right? Then it all starts with B, right? BE, BE, BR, BR, right? Then it will start with C, D, E, and something like that, right? Let's manipulate it and change it a bit, and let's try it by ourselves, right? So let's remove asterisk first. We will select, let's suppose, customer name, right? So just copy and paste it. Contact name, let's just copy it. Okay, so this and this. So now in this result, right, we are seeing customer name starting from COR. There is no certain or fixed pattern here, right? So what we will do is, we will order it by customer name itself, and we will see what happens, right? So I said order by customer name. By default it is ascending. If we want it in descending order, we have to specify, right? We have to put it DESC at the end. We will explore it later, but first let's see this. So when I run this query, right, what I get? Customer name, contact name, right? Now we can see customer name starts from A, right? Then B, then C, and so on, right? If we similarly write DESC at the end of it, which stand for descending order, and run it, we will get it from in descending order. Actually, it will order it from bottom to top, right? So from bottom, like let's suppose in record we have only W, right? So it will start from W, then V, then it will move towards A, right? Not only this, you can use order by on the multiple column. Let me show you how. It's pretty simple, right? So first let's do asterisk here to get all these columns. Let's suppose you want to order by customer name and the contact name, right? Your contact name. So what happens is, what you have to do is, like, let's suppose you want to order customer name in descending order and contact Okay, name in ascending order, right? You can do it. You can definitely do it. So here contact name also start with Z, right? So what will happen is when I run this particular query here, okay, just a minute. Okay. Okay, no issue. So what happens is, like, for this particular Wolski, we only have only one contact name, like this ZBYSJEK. So that's why it's not arranging it. But for one particular record here, if we have multiple values in this contact name, obviously it will arrange it according to the contact name in the ascending order. So this is how this order by works. It always works at the end when the result set is ready. Okay, once the result set is ready to return to the front end, or then this order by clause works. It what it does is it just do the sorting part kind of thing. It will rearrange the data based on whatever columns name and the conditions that we have passed in the query. Okay. So this is descending order actually. So it's nothing but we explored earlier. It will arrange everything in descending order. Not everything, like by country wise, it will arrange it in descending order. So when you try it, you can see, like, you run it. Okay. So order by country and descending order, right? So we have a country field over here, and it has been ordered in the descending order, as you can see. Earlier it was US, right? Then it started with P, M, and so on, right? Okay, again, I have also covered this part in several columns, right? So you can order by country and customer name. Obviously, whichever column name you write first, it will order it by that particular. Like, first it will order it by country, and then it will order it by column name. Sorry, customer name. Okay, so this is also the similar kind of thing that I have explained earlier. You can definitely do, like, you can order it by ascending or descending. You can apply multiple conditions on the multiple columns in order by clause. Okay, this is one exercise I recommend everyone to do it pretty honestly. So what it shows is select all the records from the customer, okay, customer table, sort the result alphabetically by the colon city, right? It's pretty simple. Select asterisk from customer, and there are two blanks, okay? So we have to fill the blank and submit the answer, right? So we are just going through the order by, right? So order, and then by, and then we have to put city, right? And just submit the answer, and here you'll get the results, right? You'll get the output as correct or not correct. If it's not correct, just change it and check it, right? Okay, so moving on to the next topic, which is insert. So for data science, actually we do not use insert in, like, day-to-day life actually. We have to use insert only when there is a pipeline need to be created. Pipeline means data flow from one DB to another DB, or from one source to another source, or we are importing the data from the API to our databases. So in that cases, this insert is required. So insert syntax is nothing but to, if we have to insert certain type of data or any kind of data into the database, we have to use this insert statement. Okay, so let's see uh, the SQL insert into statement, right? Insert into syntax. So insert into a statement is used to insert new record in the table. That's the first line of W3, right? Insert into syntax is it is possible to write insert into a statement into two ways. uh, Specify both column name and the values to be inserted. Okay, So there are two ways that this website trying to explain to us. The one is pretty simple, like this one: insert into whatever the table name is. Okay, in which columns we need to insert the data. So it's a column 1, column 2, whatever the name of the columns are, and the values. So values will be passed accordingly. Let's suppose we have passed 4 columns name, like name, address, roll number, and the city. We have to pass the value in the same order. Like the first value will be name, second value will be the value of column 2, and the third value will be value of the column 3, right? If you are adding values for all the columns of the table, you do not need to specify the column names in the SQL query. However, make sure the order of the values is in the same order as the column in the table. Here the insert into syntax would be as follow. So the second pointer is saying if you are about to insert uh, like values in each and every column of a particular table, then you do not have to specify or specifically declare the column's name over here like we are doing in the first phrase. You can simply do insert into table and the values will follow according to the column's name. If first column is name, then the value 1 will contain the name, right? And so on, like it will go like that. Okay, so here is one classic example of it. Okay, let's see. Okay, so insert into customers, right? So this customer name is a column name which resides in the customer table. Again, this contact name, address, city, postal code, and the country. Right. Now, in values, it contains the customer name as the first value, Tom B, whatever it's like the contact name. Okay. This is the address, this is the city, this is the postal code, and this is the country. So this is how we have to pass the variable or the values that will be stored in these columns. This shows insert data only in specified columns, right? So to store the data in specified columns, again, insert into customers, we have to put the column names like we did earlier, right? It's the same process. This one is the process, okay? And this is the way we have to insert into the same similar fashion, actually, the customer name, city, and the country, and the value itself, right? Selection from customer table will now look like this. All right, so it's showing if you do like na select asterisk from table name, then it will look like this. Now again, there is an exercise here. uh, this exercise shows insert a new record into the customer table, right? Again, so like we seen earlier, right? We gone through the text above it. Insert into, right? Then table name, and then we have to open one bracket. Under bracket we have these column names, okay? Then here we have to close the column names, right? And then we have to put values. Again, bracket open and this bracket close. Once you do it, just submit it and it will show you whether it's correct or not, right? So it's correct. So this is how insert statement works, okay? So now let's jump to the next part of it, which is null values, right? So what is null values? So it's actually in different programming language, it has a different meaning in like null and na or nan, right? But basically in the SQL or in the database, null is nothing but the blank. Blank means it doesn't contain even the space, right? There is no values, no spaces. It's simply the blank. The blank fields are called as null value. So earlier we have studied where condition, right? Where name is, let's suppose, Avinash, or name is anything, right? So when we apply these kind of filter like select asterisk from table where customer name is Ricky, right? So we put equals to condition there, right? But in the case of null, if you want to find out whether the value is null or not, equal to condition will not work. Like if you're going to type equals to, it will not work. It is like is null is the way, or is not null is the way to determine whether the value is null or not. It's also written here, like, right, how to test your null values. It is not possible to test for null values with the comparison operators such as equals to, greater than, less than, or not equals to, right? So we will have to use is null and is not null, as simple as that. So let's suppose this statement. Let's go through this statement. Select column names from table where column name is null, right? So whenever there is a null value, it will return those columns, right? So let's take a second example is not null. Okay, so it will return column names from this particular table where column name is not null. So output of this query will not contain any null values or any blank values. Whereas output of this query will only contain null values or blank values. Right. So let's go down. Let's see. Is there any real? Okay, try it yourself. Right. Select customer name, contact name, address from customer where address is null. Right. So if we are going to run this, right, there is no result found because address is not null in any case. Okay. Now let's put is not null. Run this. So as we can see, we have 91 records, right? And none of it is null. Just look at there. Okay, none of it is null, right? So there's no null values. That's why it returned no records when we try to find when we have this particular condition where address is null. So when we run it, it will show no results because there is no null values in the address, right? So always use is null to look for null values. This is one thing that you guys have to remember. This is not null operator. That is pretty simple. Is null is not null, right? So it's a English phrase you can say and you can remember, right? So now it shows select all. Let's try or test yourself with exercise. Select all the records from the customer where postal code colon is empty. Okay, what it says is postal code colon is empty. Empty means null, right? So select asterisk from customer. All records is showing, right? So it's already given where postal code is empty, right? So is and next step will be null, right? Just submit it and submit it and you get the answer, right? If it's incorrect, you will get incorrect. You will get the same fields. You have to fill it and try it yourself without cheating, right? So I think in this video we will cover till this. Okay, in next video we will cover this update and delete, and then we will move ahead. Sooner we will be working with the joins, and joins I showed you. I will just explain you in the most unique way that you will not find anywhere very easily, and the concept of joins will be pretty much clear. So guys, that's it for today, and I hope you like this video. After seeing all those comments, I finally got inspired to make the video. So if you like it, please like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. I have to monetize this channel. Okay, so subscribe it and share with your friends. And if you don't like the way of teaching or anything, just let me know in the comment section below. I will change it, right? Thank you everyone. Have a good day.